RFCs. Request for comments. I talk a lot about the history of computing and why that's important. This is one of the things. This is one of those reasons why it's important. If you are doing anything with the internet, you owe it to yourself to know about the Internet Engineering Task Force. And many of you know about them. Many of you know about them, right? You know what that is. You know what RFCs are. But ask yourself, when is the last time you checked up on the RFCs? When's the last time you went to IETF.org? When's the last time you went to tools.ietf.org, whack RFC, and just scrolled, right? You scroll all the time. If you spend any time on Facebook, if you spend any time on Twitter, if you spend any time on Instagram, Snapchat, you are scrolling. Why not go over to the task force, RFC index, and scroll? You will scroll and scroll and scroll. Like, just pick something, right? If you're on your phone, tap something and just check, take it in, right? If you are doing any kind of work that is related to the internet in any way, check up on these RFCs. They are updated. They might not be updated like every day, but that's what the IETF is. That's what these people do. They are dedicated to making sure these technical documents are on point, up to date if they need to be up to date, and just consistent. And the nice thing about it is, like, if you're working on anything related to the internet, right, chances are there's an RFC on the thing you're working on, or that's related to the thing you're working on. If when you put that RFC as a comment in your code, if you take the time to read that RFC and make sure that your implementation is on point with that RFC, and you check that in, I'm telling you, when it comes time for the right people to see that, what they'll do is they'll look at that and they'll say to themselves, this is a little bit more polished. This makes a little bit more sense. This programmer, she cares a little bit more because she took the time to cross-reference. She cares about the history, about the internet, and about doing things in a way that most programmers will not do. These are the things. This is another big thing. A lot of people will say that this really doesn't matter, and that's, that's fine. You can say to yourself that this doesn't matter. But for me, situations that I've been in, it matters. And it makes a big difference, especially when you can implement something and then point to that RFC and say, yo, my stuff is right in line here. It makes perfect sense. And it just flows. Anyone that comes in behind you when you do this, they will have more understanding. They will have more context. And it'll just flow better. Right? You're doing all these things. You're reading source code. You're checking up on these RFCs. You might be going out and reading white papers. Like, it's all of these things that just, man, it just takes you up without you even realizing it. So, get out there. Get out to the task force. Go to tools.ietf.org/RFC. Go to the index, right? Or you don't even need to go to tools. Just go to the IETF. If this is all new to you, if what I'm saying right now is brand new to you, go to the IETF.org and just read a little bit of it. Understand. Like, this stuff goes way back. It goes back to the late 60s, early 70s, right? The internet. It was the ARPANET before it was the internet. And they were doing this even at that time. They were laying down, documenting these technical documents. People got together and decided as a group, yo, this is good. We all agree on this. This is nice. Let's put this in and let's just constantly keep it going, right? That's what the group is about. You have all of these requests for comment technical documents, and they range from all different kinds of topics. So chances are, if you've done any OAuth, if you've done any kind of authentication, like any kind of like application servers, like any sort of thing related to internet, basically just moving data around, chances are there's probably a document there that describes how you really should be implementing it, thinking about it. It might not be the most up-to-date thing, right? It might not be a standard document. Not all the RFCs are actual standard, but many of them are. This is why it's a good idea to just check. Like, just just go check on it. Just because you never know. And there might be something, like I said, that you're working on that's just related to it. And you don't even really need to think about it because someone has already documented it and they described it. They've even gone through the effort of telling you like what the caveats are, how to really think about the thing you're doing. And yeah, I'm saying, I'm trying to, these are the things that will just get you there. It'll get you to where you want to go. So go out there, check up on the RFCs. Just check. You don't need to be an expert. Again, a lot of this stuff I'm saying, you don't need to be a deep expert. I'm not saying that you need to know enough to walk into the task force and be like, hey, I want to work with y'all. Like, all you need to do is just check, right? You're scrolling anyway on other stuff. Scroll on this, right? It's going to be helpful to you. It's going to make your job easier. Just check, right? So if you like this kind of stuff, if this kind of stuff is like, if it's resonating, if you're like, you know what, yeah, it's been a while since I checked the IETF task force, checked on the RFCs, I need to get out there and check. This is the kind of stuff I go over in the course. if you are someone who's just, and I've been guilty of this myself, just you're working away, life's going, you lose track, a few years goes by or a year goes by or something, and you're just like, man, I need to just, I need to elevate my game because I'm kind of in this rut. If you're in this rut and you need to elevate your game and you need to kind of be, you need someone to help you like refresh on this stuff, it's in the course. If you're someone who's brand new and you're just trying to get in, you're trying to find your way, you're trying to really get boost yourself, you really care about this, it's in the course. Just click on the link, sign up, and start learning about stuff like this. Refresh your memory if you forgot. We all forget things. It's okay. But like, you shouldn't let too much time go by before you start to get back into this stuff. That's the thing. That can really bite you if you're not careful. Going through the course, right? Taking these steps, I remind you, it's all out there. Like everything I've been doing, everything I've been learning for 16 years that has really helped me, it's in there. It's in the course. Just click on the link, sign up, get out to the IETF, check up on these RFCs. There's good stuff in these documents, I'm telling you. Really good things. Things that you, if you knew about them and you forgot, it's there and you now know. Like you remember, oh, I could just come here. If you don't even know anything at all, there's so much information there. And again, this goes back all the way to the early days. ARPANET. If you don't know what the ARPANET is, like Google that thing. Look it up. Make sure you understand. It gives you context so you know that the internet is this living, breathing thing that has come a long way. And it's going to continue to go. It's going to continue to go. But it won't be something that is mysterious to you. You will understand it from a deep level. You will know how to keep up with it because it is the largest technical system we have in the world. Look it up. Get out there.